One of the most popular discussions among Star Wars fans right now is the death of Luke Skywalker. Even if you loved the film, the exit of our favorite hero seemed extremely early and abrupt. To many fans, this was an absolute, and it definitely upset a lot of people. But what if this isn't an absolute? In fact, what if Luke is living out the storyline of another favorite fantasy character, Gandalf the White? To me, anyway, the story of Gandalf the White might perfectly fit Luke Skywalker's arc in this new trilogy. I mean, think about it. There is no way that the Force would allow him to fully transform with Ben Solo as the leader of the First Order. Why? Well, because Luke is responsible for everything. He literally can't leave yet. Heroes usually never leave fantasy stories with unfinished business, just like Gandalf battling the Balrog, dying, and then returning to finish his story. It's actually a simple concept when you think about it. The Force requires balance, and it needs massive influences like Luke Skywalker in the galaxy to act out the will. Every character has a destiny attached to the flow of the Force. For instance, one of the reasons that Obi-Wan gave himself to Vader in Episode 4 is because that was his time to go. He most likely saw his future, and in that moment he knew it was his time, so he allowed Vader to strike him down. But even so, that doesn't mean you still can't die early. Now, in Luke's circumstance, he didn't have a choice. Maybe he didn't have time to foresee his future. All he knew was he had to act now and do something. Nobody foresaw the complete destruction of the Resistance happening that day, and it would have been over if Luke hadn't have stepped in and done something. But once again, perhaps this wasn't his time to go, so the Force recognizes that his sacrifice was noble, but his time was cut far too short. Remember guys, no one is ever really gone. So, do I think that Luke will return as some kind of a white-haired, super powerful wizard? Well, yes, to be completely honest with you guys, that's exactly what I want. I mean, obviously we're not ripping off Gandalf's character here, but as I said in one of my previous videos, I think we'll see Luke return as far more than a Force ghost. I think he will be much more human and much more real, and of course, wielding those godlike powers and wisdom that everybody wanted to see, and that is going to open up a whole new world of mythology. Well, my friends, now it's time for you guys to leave all of your thoughts, opinions, and your ideas down below in the Great White Void. Tell me why you agree or disagree with this theory. But keep in mind, guys, it is interesting that Luke Skywalker said at the end of Episode 8 he was going to see Ben Solo around. Does Luke know something that we don't know? Leave all your thoughts and opinions down below, and I'll see you guys back here for the next video very soon. And as always, until next we meet, stay in that galaxy far, far away. Hello everyone, it is your dear friend Mr. Gallows. Please stop your suffering. You are no longer required to make sandwiches like this. My channel, it provides all of the material you need. Movies, food, Star Wars, music. It's all right here on Studio Gallows. So please hit that subscribe button and end your suffering.